Hey guys, welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Jamie, and this will be a reading for the Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If you're completely new to tarot, just know that not every Capricorn reading is going to resonate for you. If you feel like I'm wrong or this isn't your reading, you are right. Just disregard the reading. Never try to make a reading fit. We can also just disregard gender. I'm going to pull cards like King, Queen, Emperor, and Empress. Those cards describe a personality and have nothing to do with the sex or gender on the card. So if I pull a King of Wands and we're talking about your ex who's a guy, we're still talking about your ex who's a guy. The gender just doesn't matter, okay? If you want to catch more readings, you can subscribe to the channel by hitting subscribe below. If you click the notification bell, it'll notify you whenever I post. I also offer membership. If that's something that you're interested in, you can click the join button and it'll show you the membership tab. So we're just looking at what's juicy this week. I'll start with the Oracle. We'll clarify everything with the Tarot. Oops. Crosswatcher, if you're here and you feel like this is about you but it's in the reverse, okay, then just take it that way. So we have adjustments are required, third quarter moon. Hustling. And scapegoating. Directing one's anger, frustrations, and aggression onto others, blaming others for problems and misfortune. Okay, so the overall energy is the Knight of Cups. Supporting this, we have the Seven of Wands in the reverse, the Empress, the Queen of Cups, and at the bottom of the deck in the challenge position, we have the Devil, Capricorn energy. Now behind that, I do have the Two of Cups in the reverse. So I feel like for most of you, this is at work, and that's why this hustling card is here. I think there is someone apologizing to you because they didn't stick up for you in a situation. They didn't see things from your point of view. There was something going on, and you were getting the blame for it. And I think that, you were asked to defend yourself in a situation, and like this person just couldn't see it from your point of view. And I think that after all this time, it turns out you were right. And what's interesting is like really this person, they should have known better because I think, with the Knight of Cups that you show up pretty like charming and down to earth and charismatic and like I want to say like empathetic towards people. Like you're a very like nurturing person, you're very like sweet. And for this person to even question your integrity or to allow you to take the blame in a situation was really unfair. I mean, with the Devil and the Two of Cups in the reverse, it's like you weren't thought of at all. But most of all, they didn't defend you. And they want to apologize for that. It just, like they didn't make the right decision. This is a 2, but it's in the reverse. Like they didn't make this decision from their heart, if that makes sense. Like they made it from like a very like I want to say professional space. Like this feels very much like it's something at work or something, where like a boss didn't believe your side of a story or they didn't believe how bad something was or they kind of like just let you take the fall for something. That was wrong. And they're willing to admit it here. Anything to look out for or be aware of? The Lovers. The Hanged Man. The Five of Pentacles. And at the bottom of the deck, the Five of Cups. It's kind of crazy because they realize now that the decision that they made put you in a really messed up situation. Like this could have threatened like your reputation or like your whole career. But they weren't really thinking like that at the time. It was like as long as they didn't really have to deal with it or it wasn't really on them, it was like one less responsibility to deal with. The Seven of Wands in the reverse. But they realize now like the damage that they actually caused. Some of you could have lost your job over this. So, I mean, this apology is one thing, but if it's like someone offering your job back, that might be nice. Some of you definitely took a loss like that here, but some of you took like a whole different type of loss. I'm getting like you took a hit for something, and it's like maybe you took like a legal hit. And so you got put on like some kind of probation. So like, you could have been getting paid, but you were on probation. You couldn't go to work, So like, it's punishment. But also like the emotional loss to it where like you're being blamed for something that like, like basically the blame is being put on you when you didn't do something. It's damaging. Anyway, I asked like if there's anything to look out for or be aware of, and with the Three of Swords in the reverse, I feel like if this was a job, someone's asking you to like return, or they're doing something about a situation now. They realize now what they did. or like the truth finally came out that they like really made a bad decision. They made the wrong decision. They got the wrong person. You know, this is like a really interesting spread. I don't think I've ever gotten something like this before. But this person, you know, they should have defended you and they didn't. And that's, you know, something, if you went through something like that and like recently, like you took a huge hit or you fear taking a huge loss because of it, someone's realizing like the real toll that it's taking, or like the real validity that something has, and they're about to do something about it. You know, the Knight of Cups is definitely all about action. All right, I'll see you guys soon.